Okay, so I am now telling my life story from my van. Today's story is about when I was 8 years old. I think I was 8, I might have been 9. But growing up, things were poor for me. We didn't have a lot of money. We were a family of 7. We didn't have money for things. But I loved Pokemon. And what I always wanted was Pokemon cards, but we didn't have the money. They were £2.50 a pack. I didn't have the money to buy these cards. So what I used to do as a kid was borrow my mate's Pokemon cards, take them down to the local Spar shop, and they used to photocopy them for me onto A4 paper. I'd go home, cut these out. My mates probably thought it was a joke, and I used to want to play with these, but obviously my mates were like, well, that's crap because we've got Pokemon cards. But this is what I had, so I had to make do with what I had. Anyway, I didn't really go primary school as a kid. Very rare. I think I might have done about 100 days out of the entire primary school. So one day, not being at school, bunking off school, I went into town with Mum, and we used to have to catch the bus at the bottom of the street to go to town. We used to go to town every day. I don't know why, but my mum went to town every day. So we'd get on the bus and go to town. One day we were down at the bus stop and I had £2. My mum gave me £2 for some reason. I don't know what it was. I think I might have been good for a change or something. And I went into the shop next to there and they sold Pokemon cards. And now I knew how much Pokemon cards were. I knew they were £2.50. But for some reason, I asked the woman, how much are those Pokemon cards? She didn't have a clue. Luckily, she didn't have a clue. She went and find out. She couldn't find out because Pokemon cards were quite new. She come back and she said, I don't know, they must be about 35p like stickers. So she sold me for 35p. I bought 2 packs of Pokemon cards. I went out, I told my mum, and I told my mum, you know, they should be £2.50. My mum gave me an extra £2 and said, go get some more. Amazing. One of the happiest moments of my childhood. I've now got Pokemon cards. My mum's given me extra money for Pokemon cards. We were poor, we didn't have it, so thanks, Mum. Goes inside the shop, buys these Pokemon cards, and believe it or not, one of the first packs I opened, I got the ultimate card. I got Charizard. He was like the boss card. If you try to buy this Charizard now in like mint condition, they're like 30 odd grand, 40 grand, 50 grand. They're dead expensive. If I knew now what I knew then, I want to let this card get good because I'd be sitting on a mint, and I wish I had one now. I had this Charizard card, and my mates were dead jealous. It was one of the happiest days of my life. I knew what this card was. I went into school one day, and I took my Pokemon cards with me. I was funny in school, you know. I never used to wear a school uniform. Everybody else did, but we did poor, didn't go to school, so I used to go in my normal clothes for some reason. Anyway, I used to go to school in my normal clothes, and I was on the playground, and I was showing the other kids my cards, and some bloody kid from year 6, he stole my cards off me. He stole my Charizard. I was not happy. I went to the dinner lady. She says, there's nothing I can do because everybody's been told, don't bring these cards into school. Fuming. I goes over to this kid and I picked a fight with him. He battered me and I lost my Charizard. I don't think